shorty looking mad fly. Had me captivated when she walked by. I'm serious, she had me feeling this tingle, son. Stimulated conversation after mingling. Honey was jingling and stretched jeans looking clean. Appearance would enhance any scene, know what I mean? Feel me, really. I know it sounds silly, but looking at her was like puffing on a fat fillet. Relaxing, she had this natural attraction. She started laughing when she saw my reaction. Oh my, passed the name and number to the cell. Asked for mine, I said it's Otis, last name is Bell. Also known as the O, the B, the 3, the A, the S, the T. It's me, obese, and you get high. Then I'm your guy.
If I got the high, you got the control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go.
Say what you want, just be blunt, I can stand the pain. Take a ride on the great airlines, I promise you'll be glad you came. The fire in your eyes make wetness between your thighs. You say you never blow, I eliminate your disguise. Underneath your green exterior, I gaze. Exploration of your brain leaves me in a purple haze. I see consent as my morals continue living. I just like to engage in a little oral tradition. So pardon my unorthodox approach to blazing luscious. That's just the way I roll. Lick the split before I stuff it. You like it hot, I got enough smoke to choke the average throat. But tonight I'm trying to go a little deeper. Loving the feel of your lips, taking drags off this gas, just puff and never pass. I'm your high value reefer.
I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, we can make this track go.
I'm chilling in my room on this night. I got something tied up in the shower, am I right? A friend in the negligee smiling and she rolling up. Every once in a while looking up, saying, girl, hurry up. She placed her gaze back up on me and took a deep sigh and said, I'm so hungry. You want a drink? I said, yeah. And while she walking to the table, she asking what I think. I like the way your lips poke her like she pouting. And that ass got my little man shouting. She kinda giggled, oh, you like what you see? Before I can answer, I heard, hey, what about me? I turned around, she got a pose with no clothes, with a leg up on the chair, with her hands exposed. She said, don't speak, just lay back on the bed. Said something about double heat. Yeah, you heard what she said.
If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, you can make this track go. If I got the high, you got control, we can make this track go.
Welcome to another episode of Musically Zone Talks Boxing, where I'm your host, MZ. And this episode comes to you by HWX Handcrafted Candles. Their motto is relax and enjoy. The Block family, which started on Marlowe's Corner. We just keeping it popping. And from the Track Titans, who is where we get our music from. And if you know somebody that needs music for their show or videos, holler at us. We got tracks for everybody. Just enjoying this Tuesday night, been eating soup and other cooked foods all month. Having hot dogs tonight. Lala D in the building early. What's going on, sis? Glad to see you able to join with us. You know, I always start off slow. Let a little music play. See if my brother's gonna catch the link and come on and shine into the chat with us. But yeah, I want to bring up, I'm gonna talk a little bit about Layla and Clarissa Shields. Now that Layla came out with her video, I'm gonna give my take on what I saw in the conversations that I've been hearing about it. I also heard that Jamel done popped up out of nowhere, talking about he the best fight for Boots, Crawford, Fundora, anybody at 147, 154, I suppose. Well, before we get too deep on him, I'm going to say he needs to tune up something. I also hear that the light heavyweight champion, Dmitry Bivol, is back in training after his surgery. We're going to get into some things, kick back, have some fun, because that's what I like to do. And like I said, I'm going to let a couple of jams roll through while I get myself totally together, which I ain't really got to do much, because I don't smoke no more. And we're just going to keep it moving until, like I said, my brothers get a chance to come in here and join. So sit back, get your hot dogs together. Make sure you put some cheese on them and some, I don't know, you like relish. How you hook your dogs up, because I hook my dogs up all kind of crazy ways. Hot dogs, that's a go-to right there, man. That is a go-to. You grab you some hot dogs when it's late, but you don't really feel like cooking nothing. You know what I'm saying? You don't really feel like going deep. So you just go and grab something quick. A hot dog, throw it in some boiling water, bam. Some people like to split it down the middle, put bend that cheese, slice the cheese in half and lay it down on there. Mustard, you know what I'm saying? A little relish. Oh man, let me just stop. But that's how you fix up a hot dog. But like I said, we're gonna go ahead, get things popping a little bit. I'm gonna keep it moving real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and go to You Can't, featuring Legit Born. All right, check it out. Once again, this is Legit Born by the track title.
I tell them you can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me, pack strong, hit like me, broke, can't sit by me, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E., bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me, you can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me, pack strong, hit like me, broke.
Whoa, I'm trying to see something real quick, because I ain't for sure, if my voice coming through, I'm not seeing if it's reading, and then I'm gonna be looking crazy. Okay, yeah. My bad, y'all. I done messed up the whole everything. My bad. But I had to make sure that I was being heard when I was speaking. So y'all got the HW Weeks and all that stuff. And the fact that me and Lala D, she told me about the hot dog. MZ, I'm addicted to Chicago style mustard, relish, tomato, onion, celery salt. Oh, you like celery salt? And sports peppers. If not all that, either just mustard or just barbecue sauce or just ketchup. Man, I feel you 100%, sis. Because a dog with some ketchup will go good. A dog with some mustard will go good. But barbecue sauce, yeah, I'll be going to that barbecue sauce too. I'll put some barbecue sauce on the Polar sausage link. You say, oh, and the pickle. Oh, yeah, you got to have that pickle. Nice thin slice lay on side of it. A good crunchy, oh man, a deal? Oh, a deal? Come on, man, you stop playing. Anyway, let me go back and get this done right. I messed that all the way up. This is let me get the voice right. We're about to drop another jam from the track titles called You Can't, featuring Legit Born.
Can't sit by me, gang, beside me, we ride till we.
Next song coming up is called You Can't by Legit Born, produced by the track title. Here we go.
I tell them you can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me, pack strong, hit like me, broke, can't sit by me, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E., bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me, you can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me, pack strong, hit like me, broke, can't sit by me, gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E., I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit, I be up, I'm a type of nigga that says shit straight, I never did hate, that's a bitch nigga trait, by any means, baby, I'ma get to the cake, I been a real nigga, so it ain't for debate, beefing with me, get you hit with a steak, she left you for me, saying you the mistake, I can't be replaced, nah, saving what hoes, do you see me with a cake, I Hustle from sun up to sundown. If a hater run up, he get walked down. We be up in that stick on who talk down. Reaching for my shit, 5-5. I be putting in work, I don't clock out. Talking dirty, you niggas get mouthed out. Shout it like how I kick it like Kung Lao. Cause these niggas be chicken, compound. I ain't wanna do it, but have to. I'm the shit like I live in the bathroom. Pull up, eat it, and dip, she fast food. Girl, let me show you what this cash do. I'm going nuts like the cashews. My name in they mouth with a bad mood. Not a brokey, I go with a cash move. I'ma set this shit off if I have to. Hey. Niggas ain't built like me, Bionicles, but you self-made. It's ironic though, you original but you be copying. I'm by my coins, I got that sonic flow. Bruce Lee, Roy, bitch, I got the glow. Probably run a ticket up at Papa Do's. Call me Young Atomic cause I'm about to blow, nigga. Pause, no homo, no homo. You can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. Bang, bang, don't try me, that fire always be by me. You can't get like me, yo man, ain't shit like me. Pack strong, hit like me, you broke, can't sit by me. Gang, beside me, we ride till we D.I.E. I'm gassed up, ignite me, my cash up, too lit I be up. You can't get like me.
I gotta say what's up to Gil Cole's in the house. G-Bags is also in the house.
We ride till we
to both of you. Slide in the building. Bang. That's right. We got our brother AI Meets and Music. And G-Bag starts us off off the conversation that Lala and I was having about hot dogs. He going straight into it. He said, I know this may sound like a hot take, but I have Wardley winning by KO against Parker this weekend. Ooh, man. Going straight to it, huh? He said, I think Parker is hittable, as shown in his loss to Joe Joyce, and being knocked down by Zane. Wardley also has the equalizer of a right hand that can knock anyone out, as shown in the honey fight. That is a hot take, but you can't take away from the fact Joseph Parker. I'm gonna give him a classification. He's a tough cookie. You know, yeah, he got knocked down by Zane, but then he came back and took that victory from Zane. If I'm remembering correctly, he knocked out Bacoli. Hope I'm not messing that up. He dispersed with Deontay Wilder. He's hot right now. He on a hot streak. You know, you can't take that from him. He on a hot streak. You know, you saying that you would take Wardley over him, but knockout though. Wow. I know Joseph Parker knocked him out. I mean, Joe Joyce knocked him out. But I felt like he kind of like, he should have been like doing what he doing against these other guys. You know, he using his mobility, meaning he getting in there, he throwing his punches, getting out, he moving around. Not a lot, just enough, you know what I'm saying, to suffice for him to be able to get those victories. He's been letting his hands go and just boxing well. Now, if you put Wardley over any of the guys that I named, you know what I'm saying, then, you know, I can see your point. I don't know about him getting knocked out. If he takes a loss, well, you know, like I said, he got knocked out by Joe Joyce, but I get it. You know, I can't really put it into words right now. I don't feel like he was the Joseph Parker that he should have been, if that makes sense. I think he went in there and tried to match up with this man on some level, shape, form, or fashion. I think he tried to exchange with him a little too much. And you know, Joe slower than him up right now. Even he not, you know, at this point in time, he's super slow. But we're not talking about Joe. We're talking about Wardley. If you feel like you got Parker going down, he can be hit, but he seemed to be a tough dude, you know. G-Bags, I don't want to go too far on him, go too far left and just say that I agree with you, that this man could get knocked out in 5 rounds. I gotta respect Joseph Parker. Okay, I won't say 5 rounds because you didn't say 5 rounds. You just said you got him winning by knockout. Man, I don't know. hopefully I'll be able to get. I'll be home from school / working time, so I can get a chance to devour some boxing. Cause tonight y'all bringing it to me. I've been out the loop for a minute. All I've been doing is studying and working and studying and working and some more. But yeah, if you got him over there, if anybody feel like they see it different, cause by knockout, that's the part I'm having a hard time with. I don't think I see Parker getting knocked out. You know what I'm saying? From his last few performances that we've seen, that dude don't look like he finna let somebody knock him out. He might be hungry trying to get a chance to fight for a belt. He might be, Parker might be trying to make that push to a championship level where he be exalted as a champion. That might be in it, but we'll see what Wardley gonna do. We're gonna see what he gonna do and see how it break down. I did say that I was gonna speak on Clarissa and Layla, but before I do that, can somebody tell me where the hell Jamel came from? All of a sudden, he done popped up on a video, talking about he the best fight for Crawford. He the best. I don't know. It don't even sound like it didn't even sound like the dude that before he went out there and fought Canelo. The whole tone in his voice and everything sound different. But I will say this: I can't say that I am looking to see if anybody cares if Jermell Charlo get in there and fight Crawford, Boots, Ortiz, Fundora, any of those dudes. I don't know. He been out the mix for so long. He been gone for so long. Put a bad taste in a lot of fans' mouth with his performance against Canelo. After all of the rah-rahing and barking he and his brother was doing on the other side of the fence when Canelo would walk by, just y'all know how those poodles do. I mean, those pit bulls do. They be barking behind that fence. And then one day the gate be open and he run down there, and right when he get to the opening of that fence, he hit brakes like, who the hell left the gate open? You know what I'm saying? That's how he sounded right now. But I'm not looking forward to seeing him getting the ring. I will watch him to see he need a tune-up. I'm gonna go ahead and say all these cats that's running around here saying they don't need a tune-up. Better get your ass in that ring or be practicing real hard. Now I maybe he can come back and still be Jamel. Jamel that was at 154, because the one that went up to 160 was 160 or 160. I can't even remember. That's how bad the performance was to make me not even want to think about it. But I don't see him jumping right. I don't think it's warranted, even though he is the undisputed dude and he got the belts got taken because he was gone for so long and all that. If you look at his fight against Canelo, one would have to say, do you give him a chance off of that, to jump in the ring with one of the top names at 154? And do you add the tail up because he did move up? He did move up to face Canelo, and to the point that nobody at 154 had beaten him prior to Tony Parker. I mean, did I say that right? Y'all know what his name is, Tony Harrison. My bad, Tony. I messed that all up. I got my boy Trey X coming in the building. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's going down, bro?
Wait a minute. Hold up. I ain't do that right. Let me start that over. Man, the dude that can call the frog from a whale, have an octopus doing the boogie while he listening to this man call a fight. Trey X, my homeboy, my partner, my friend. What's going on, man?
Salute to everybody in the chat and shit. I actually been listening to some of my old fight calls and shit. Kind of gave me the urge to jump back out there a little bit. I had some fun on a few of them fights, like well, I ain't gonna name them because y'all might not like the fights that I like. But yeah, salute to you, man. I was listening to you talking about that Joseph Parker fight. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit, but I know you done moved on to another subject now and shit.
No, elaborate. I know what I'm. I know how to get back to that. Go and elaborate on it.
Yeah. That's the fight of the weekend right here, in my opinion. And the guy that said that he got Fabio Wardley winning, he might not be too far off because Wardley is a natural. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't got that deep of an amateur background, but every time he goes up a level, he been winning. Like I done picked against him several times on Sean Ross. We done bet against him. We done lost every time. He fought Nathan Gorman the first time we had bet on him. You know, that's Tyson Fury and them cousin. He about a 2.5 on the scale. And him going against a 0.5 on the scale, I thought we had action. He went out there and beat the brakes off Nathan Gorman. So then he stepped up to a solid 3, and that was David Adelaide. That's the dude that knocked out TKV in 6 rounds, maybe 4 or 5 months ago, maybe longer than that. But he a good fighter, though. He got good power, hit you with the left hook, he'll get your ass up out of there. And he went out there and got his ass knocked out in 7 rounds, fucking around with Fabio Wardley. You know what I'm saying? So then he stepped up to a 4.5. Olympic bronze medalist, Fraser Clark. And the first fight they fought a draw. I thought we might could have got that one because I thought Fraser Clark had the better skills, but you just saw the heart and determination of Fabio Wardley. His intangibles is able to overcome his skill deficit, and he dropped. I think he dropped him late, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember, but it was a draw. So then they came back in the rematch, and he knocked Fraser Clark out in the first round. Went out there and had his jaw look like he was on that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was on that Bobby Brown on the ground. So fuck me out my Champ Ross pick again, because you know I'm gonna ride with the 4.5. So then he fought Justice Hooney, another 4.5. The first one was an Olympian 4.5. The second one was a AIBA World Championships 4.5, Justice Hooney, a young up and coming guy. And he was getting outboxed all day long. We had money on that shit. He was boxing Fabio Wardley up. And then Wardley caught him with a right hand. Wow, I think it was like the 10th round. Justice Hooney already was slowing down and shit. Like you could just see his energy output was decreasing. And Fabio Wardley, he got a pretty good gas tank. He know how to pace himself. He done win rounds and shit now. He done win 12. So, you know, he looked like a veteran off in there. And he caught that motherfucker late and put him on his pockets, jumped on him, got his ass up out of there. So it just seemed like he rises to the occasion, like he is the ultimate overachiever. So now he got another 4.5 coming to the board, Joseph Parker. And Joseph Parker, he won bronze at the AIBA World Championships. I think it was the youth AIBA World Championships. But we know how tough he is. He's been around the block a whole bunch of times. He done fought at a high level. He done fought Anthony Joshua and a bunch of motherfuckers, Joe Joyce and Deontay Wilder and all type of people. Even Andy Ruiz. You know, he done been around the block. So this is another step up for Fabio Wardley. And they got him as a sizable underdog in the fight, and I think that's probably justified. But I can't be surprised if he rises to the occasion and he catch Joseph Parker with something and put him on his pockets. It's not out the realm of possibility. And he got some real power, and he also got some good finishing skills. He's a straight up natural. He's like one of them Martin McCauley type guys. Don't have a deep amateur background, but just a natural, can go out there and beat guys that's way more advanced than them. And he just brings great intangibles to the ring and shit. So it ain't out the realm of possibility.
Would you take him over McCauley?
Shit, I might. McCauley pretty big. If he trained and he on point, it's kind of hard to beat McCauley, but I wouldn't put it past Fabio Wardley to beat anybody. He catch you with the right hand, you in trouble. And I done already seen that you can be outboxing him all day long. He down on the cards. I think out of the first 9 rounds against Hooney, he won like 2 or 3 or some shit like that. I know he dropped Hooney early, and then after Hooney got his feet back up on him, he started boxing this motherfucker all around the ring. But he just keep his eyes on the prize. He gonna put that right hand on your chin, and he gonna come get him a win some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't out the realm of possibility for him to whoop Martin McCauley.
Okay. So in my mind, they give G-Bag a little more weight. But knocked out though? You think a knockout?
Well, that's the most probable outcome if he was to win. It's gonna be hard to go out there and outbox Joseph Parker. I done already seen him at a skill deficit against Fraser Clark, against Justice Hooney, and I expect him to be at a skill deficit against Joseph Parker. So Parker gonna be beating him on points. I expect that, but I think it's just a chance that Fabio Wardley could catch him, like in the second half of the fight, and get him in trouble and get him out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's way more probable for him to win by knockout than by decision.
Okay. Well, there you have it. Now you saying that because I'm not really full on Fabio. I heard of the name. I probably have watched a fight or two, but I just don't remember. But
he has some show highlight real knockouts and shit. He's an exciting fighter. I don't think I've ever seen him in a boring fight. He is one of the good fighters to watch in the modern day. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get your money's worth with this guy because he gonna go for it. He ain't about to sit back and just fade into the, into oblivion without a fight. That motherfucker is gonna get in there and he gonna try to win the fight, even if he had a skill deficit. So yeah, he one of the entertaining fighters to watch today, man. He definitely worth watching.
I'm gonna go peep him out. As you see, my boy say, don't nobody care about Charlo after he went out like that against Canelo. He got to build his brand back up first. What you think about him popping up out of nowhere, talking about he the best fight for any of those guys at 154, the big names or the ones that's carrying weight right now with Fundora, Ortiz, damn it, Fundora, Ortiz,
Crawford
and Boots. He said
yeah,
he's the best fight for any of those guys. But I don't see that. And, unless you give it weight in two different ways, like the loss he took it with Canelo is like in another realm, like because it's in another weight class. I don't know why I say realm. But, and he was the top dog at 154 when he decided to take that chance. So do you give him credence because he was the top dog and say, yeah, we can let him jump in there with one of these guys and prove what he got? Or do you hold the loss against him and say, nah, man, go show us something?
Well, at the end of the day, his loss was at 168. I know he has lost at 154, but he did avenge the loss against Tony Harrison, unless he got another loss that's eluding my mind right now. But he is the lineal 154 champion. That's what he is. He's the lineal champion in that division. So if he want to get back in the mix and get his fight on, get his squabble on, I ain't mad at him. Now, I will say that a lot of the interest for him has went away since he lost to Canelo. That was very disappointing. Just the way he lost. If he wouldn't have went out there and fought like a man and lost, I would feel totally different. But he went out there and went out like a Kurt. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't tripping. The only thing I don't really like is like the way he was talking about Crawford in the little video I saw, talking about how it'll be an honor to share the ring with Crawford and all this type of shit. So I'm like, where all this respect come from? It used to be you didn't think he was shit, and Earl will whoop him, you'll whoop him. Now you talking about it'll be an honor to share the ring with the guy. You know what I'm saying? So he might step to him like he stepped to Canelo. Don't even think he can win. That confidence. I ain't never heard of Charlo speak like that about somebody besides Canelo. And now he talking about Crawford like that. So he might not feel like he can win.
Man, you see, you brought a different aspect. I was just gonna give you the aspect of the loss at one. It was 168. Okay, the loss at 168, and him being the man at 154 at the time. So maybe the hardcore boxing fans will look at it like that too, and lean that way. Lala D says she think a hard trained Mayo versus Bud at 154 is actually really, really good. It's hard for me. Can you hear me okay? Cause the Canyon said my audio is super low.
Yeah, you sound low. I was gonna say something, but I thought it was just me.
Is that better?
Say so, mic
Somebody-
check.
Mic check 1, 2.
I think it sound better.
Okay. Well, what was I? Oh, I was gonna say, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to get that loss against Canelo. It's hard for me to get that performance out of my head. To think that he'll put up a good fight. And then Trey digging a little deeper into it, he did just watch Bud whoop Canelo. Maybe he might not think he could, maybe he don't think he can win. I wouldn't stick him in there. Don't stick him in there with Bud right away. Don't do that. Maybe Boots.
My bad.
I was just gonna say maybe Boots or Ortiz, but definitely don't put him in there right out the gate against Fundora or Crawford.
I think Boots will obliterate him. Square business. I think he'll beat the shit out of Charlo. I mean, we got to remember, he was the undisputed champion, but he came up in a time when the division had a lot of B-level type guys. That's why the division was so competitive. You know what I'm saying? So, man, and he still ain't fight like some of the special guys, and they're like Herb was special at the time. Even Ezralandi Laura, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He fought some good guys like Tony Harrison, and he fought what's the motherfucker, the little short guy?
Castano?
Yeah, Brian Castano and shit like that. He fought some decent guys, but it's some better guys in the division right now, like Boots Ennis. And then when it comes to him, and I really don't know if he can make 154 comfortably right now. If he was to fight Crawford, I would like to fight at 160. I think that'll be a lot more manageable for both guys. I think we'll get the best version of the fight if they was to fight at 160. It just won't have the accolade attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Because Crawford won't have a chance to knock off the lineal champion and all that type of stuff. Now one of them have a belt at 160, but I still think we'll get the best performance in the ring. But him going into the fight, we already seeing that they got a common opponent in Canelo. One guy lost by a wide unanimous decision, and the other guy should have won by a wide unanimous decision if it wasn't for the 3 ceremonial rounds that Canelo's granted before round 1 even starts in every one of his fights. So it was like 7-5 type shit, I think. But it probably should have been 10-2 in that motherfucker. But that ain't looking good for Jamel, that common opponent. And then just the skills and shit. We done already seen Derrick James go against Bomac and the crew, and they just got completely outclassed as far as game plans and execution and all that type of shit. It looked like he got a newfound respect for this man, talking about it'll be an honor to share the ring with him. I don't think that's the right mind state to be going into a fight with Crawford. You can't go in there thinking he the GOAT and all that old type of shit. So I just think it's a bad spot for Jamel to try to beat somebody like Crawford or Boots.
And you bringing that up, it make my mind go back to when Jamel was in the interview after the fight, and he was like, "Oh, Canelo's a beast. He was all this. So yeah, you making some good points. With he might not have the confidence looking toward Crawford. His mouth might be writing a check that his ass can't cash."
Yeah, you already he done knocked off his favorite fighter. Crawford beat his favorite fighter, man. You know them Charlos with Dick Rod and Canelo. And Crawford went out there and beat his favorite fighter. How the hell you think he feeling about Crawford right now? You think he really believe he can beat this man? Hell no. Absolutely. He done already seen his homeboy get embarrassed in front of the world. The nigga was holding his nuts on him in the ring. You next. Sounding like Chun Li on Bloodsport. You are next. And man,
Chun Li had a deep ass voice.
he didn't talk much, but you know, he had them few lines and shit, like when he told Van Dam, boards don't hit back or some shit. No, brick not
Brick
hit.
don't hit back.
Yeah, because he had did that. What was that movie called? The Denmark.
Bloodsport.
No, the move. It was called the Denmark. I can't think of that shit. Death Touch. Denmark, the Death Touch. And he said brick not hit back and all that shit. But yeah, I don't think Charlo got it for these guys right here. I think he was very fortunate to come up in the time that he came up in, where you had these solid B-level guys and these great competitive fights. But now you got some A-level type shit around. And he'll fuck around and get exposed.
Well, we're gonna see how it make round. See what they put. That boy Gil Cole's crazy. Hold on, Rod X said Bud standing there fighting Canelo made Charlo look bad. It did. Charlo made Charlo look bad. Yeah. We can't even blame Bud whooping Canelo like he did on making him look bad because he was already looking bad. I'm gonna just go and keep it real. That performance had him looking bad.
Yeah, Bud but Crawford put the exclamation. Yeah, he highlighted it. He put the exclamation point on it though. And I ain't even talking about winning and losing. Like that is part of it, but I'm talking about the mentality going into the fight. One dude went in there looking like a deer, and the other dude went in there looking like a lion. So how the fuck I'm gonna take the deer over the lion? Because I see what type of motherfucker Crawford is. He like whooping your ass and putting folks in pain and fucking them up and getting legacy achievements and also getting accolades and all of this type of shit. That's what he about. He ain't even about the money and all that shit. You don't catch him like them Charlos with their little chains on and thinking they fly, their little glasses on and all of this shit, this Hollywood looking shit. He's the opposite of that. Just like when Wallow told Earl, he said, man, you're going to get your ass whooped because you got too much drip.
You got too much drip on it. Crawford don't be running around with no drip.
Exactly. This nigga ain't got no drip. Nigga hair nappy and shit because he training, nigga, he own it. I know he keep his hair done now because he got it longer and shit, but at that time he had the little fro, nigga. He looked like a nigga fresh out the hood that's been whooping everybody his whole life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not taking no Charlo over no Crawford.
What about Fundora? Any chance for him?
Not right now. It's Fundora in the mix. You know, this dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I called myself putting them in an arrangement that set him up. I'm like, Crawford is the first turn your back on. Don't go in there with him. I'm thinking Fundora hot and starting to feel the fact that he a champion. And you know, like I said, him and his sister starting to they starting to fill in the role. His sister really didn't embrace it looked like. So those Fundoras is whooping ass right now. So I wouldn't advise him to go in there with them. Boots is hot, even though the dismantlement of Lima the other day. I saw, man, come on.
Well, that was Southpaw too, though. So shit like that tends to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I still think Lima a pretty tough guy. I don't really take a whole lot away from first round knockouts altogether, though. Because like we done talked about before, there done been plenty of dudes that take first round knockouts and then they come back and whoop all kind of ass. You know,
I don't know if it's me, but it sounds like you it sounds like your connection in turn sour. You talking like a robot up in this camp. You sound like R2D2.
Mic check what I sound like.
Oh, now you sound good now. First you were sounding like 3CPO. That's who you was. Now which one is it? Which one's the little one? R2? Yeah, that's who you were sounding like.
Yeah, I sound good now.
Yeah, you sound tight.
Yeah, I forgot what we was even talking about.
Yeah, and I don't know what you was talking about because I'm
talking about the topic, nigga.
Oh, the topic we was talking about Fundora. I had just got through talking about Fundora.
No, I was talking about we were talking about Booth's opponent. The guy that just knocked out. And I was saying I don't put a lot of stock in first round knockouts though. A motherfucker come out cold and get caught with something, that don't mean he trash all the time. I done seen several fighters take first round knockouts and get back on their grizzle. when they get back in the ring. We done brought up that little Puerto Rican fighter a bunch of times. I can't think of his name. I think he lost to a not Golden Boy, but top rank guy. And since then, he been beating all kind of ass. You know what I'm saying? I think his last name is Fias or some shit like that. But that was Southpaw and all that kind of shit. I know people was down on the opponent going into the fight, but I done seen the dude fight a few times. He pretty tough. He was coming off an upset win and shit. I think Boots is just that good, man. He good as a motherfucker. He can get you in trouble. I do not downplay Boots Ennis. That motherfucker is talented and he can fight. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll beat the hell out of Charlo, Keith Thurman, any of them type motherfuckers.
Why you throw Keith in there like that when Gil Coles had just said, definitely don't put Mel in there with Keith?
Yeah, that's what I had seen. He talking about he want Ennis to be next after Fundora.
And he asking for a lot fast, isn't he? Lala D saying that's when Mel totally abandoned Spence, acting like he barely knew the man while he was on the canvas. And I truly think that's why Spence doesn't fuck with Mel anymore. It could be, you know, the Charlo dudes, they act funny. They got some funny style about them, you know. I can't quite put my hand on it, but like you say, they be trying to be too fly. They want to try all that newfangled stuff. They got some kind of ways about them that I don't be feeling. You know, I ain't trying to be, you know, I'm just saying, you know, in the ring they was fighting. The older brother, I just don't know what to say. He just freaking-peered. But the younger brother, you know, he tainted himself with me with the way he went out there and performed against Canelo, man. He tainted himself with me. Tainted. That's all I can think of right now. Just sour, just sour.
Yeah.
The Russian fur hats. She said she loved that hat on Mel. I mean on Mel? Yeah, on Mel.
Mom, nigga.
Cause it looked like an eye. I had to lean forward to see. I don't know, Lala, but you know, that's your opinion like that there, but I'm just saying, the dude just, I don't know.
She talking about some fashion though. That's what she like. She like fashion and shit.
Okay. That's what I'm saying though. They too fashion. Too much fashion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't trust none of them motherfuckers.
Say what?
Yeah, I said I don't trust none of them motherfuckers that's on that. We had that era with all these motherfuckers walking around trying to be celebrities and all that type of shit. And for the most part, they done all let us down in some type of way. Either by losing or not wanting to fight the people that they should fight. They all done the same shit down there. Just think about all them guys like Adrian Broner. Think about Earl Spence. Think about Tank Davis. Just think about all them guys that we kept seeing in them videos and shit, skinning and grinning and dancing and having fun and got their little choker chains on and their purses and all of that shit. Just think about all them niggas. All of them came up short. Huh?
Being flamboyant.
All them flamboyant motherfuckers.
You made a good point right there, you know, because when you start saying it, I remember AB doing some kind of little crazy dance on camera. I'm like, how do you get caught on camera like that? That's my thing. Where are you at doing videos in your underwear and all this trying to be? What is that? That's insane. And when you start naming them, I start seeing each and every one of them that had a video where you look at it and be like, man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. You tripping right now.
All them PBC motherfuckers
like that,
too.
It's something. He threw the PBC in there, mixed that in there too, huh?
It is what it is.
But something, I guess when it smells fishy, you gotta look in the pot or in the pantry. I don't know, depending on what you live with. Anyway, Lala said I never take Mel over Bud. I just think Mel could actually give a good try. Even after you heard Trey give his breakdown on what he think is really going on with Mel. This dude just beat up Canelo, who Mel was talking about was a beast, handled him easily. You come out the ring with Canelo, and your first thing is, at least I didn't get knocked out like those other ones. That was your ploy to victory, that you didn't get knocked out. And you might go in there and with Bud thinking that you can knock him out because you thinking he's smaller, but that's what's gonna get him knocked out. We'll see. I believe if they was to jump in the ring like next, I think he'll knock out Charlo.
I don't think he'll knock him out. I think I just seen enough from Charlo. Like, he got the background that I like. He a 3.5. I done seen him off and there with guys that can punch. I done seen him get in trouble against somebody like Canelo, and he didn't try to man up. Like, he didn't mind taking a knee. Like, he did what he had to do to hear the last bell. Then we got Southpaw versus Orthodox and shit, so the lanes ain't gonna be wide open like they normally are. I done seen enough to strongly believe that it would be Crawford by unanimous decision. If Charlo would get a tune-up, if he just came fresh off the couch, a stoppage is possible. But if he got a tune-up and they went in on some, pretty good timing and shit, I'm taking Crawford by decision.
No, I was saying if they was giving him a chance, with the lineal and everything, if they was to say, you next, I think he'd get knocked out. That's what I was saying. If him and Crawford they some crazy, they was like, y'all next. Crawford said, yeah, you next. I think Crawford would knock him out. But if you, like you said, if you get a tune-up and everything, I'm going to be honest, I still think Crawford will knock him out because I think Crawford want to knock him out. I think he'll be going for it. And Jamil will have to protect himself from that. Not saying that Jamil wouldn't fight back. I just don't know how hard he would fight back, how well he would fight back.
But we done already seen him not have the pride to want to stand toe-to-toe. He'll go out there and move around the ring and avoid getting knocked out. Shit, he does not mind doing that. We done already seen him do it against Canelo. And even when he did get caught, he was smart. He kind of like Harutunian when he had fought against the dude who used to be over there with Earl Spence, the little lightweight that got knocked out by Tank in 9 rounds.
Frank
Martin. Just like Harutunian, motherfucker get smart come down the stretch. Hell, we might have seen the same thing with Karen Chukajan, if I'm not mistaken. I think he took some knees late in the fight to make sure that he got to the final bell. But we done seen the same thing with Charlo. He does not mind sacrificing his pride to hear the last bell. And it's very difficult to knock out people like that. And plus, he just got general toughness anyway. I done seen him take some pretty good shots. And he gonna get up. I think they called him the Iron Man, don't they? Ain't that his nickname? Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yeah, he done shown some traits of being an Iron Man, so I think it'd be hard to stop him. Unless maybe you can hit him with a body shot or something like that. But just straight up head shots, I think that'd be difficult.
Huh. Well, I feel you. We just speaking it out. But Fundora got hurt. From what I understand, he done got hurt, so him and Keith is off for right now.
It's postponed. I don't know the date, but it's postponed though. I think it is. Yeah, I'm about 75% sure it's postponed.
Dang, that's crazy, man. Gil Coles, you done got saved. Your fighter done got a reprieve. Maybe some of the fire be out of Fundora because of the. No, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna put that on that man. Keith better be glad he got a little more time to get it together. Rod X said 5 years ago, I thought Mel and Bud had the best fighter demeanors in boxing. I was half right. Well, Charlo had a lot of people thinking, that he was that kind of fighter. I was happy about the fact that, I stood behind him when he became undisputed and was willing to fight and not go up. He was wanting to fight and protect his belt. I like undisputeds like that. But, I'm not going to hold the loss to Canelo against him. I'm going to try not to because, I don't know, it just wouldn't be right, I guess. I don't know. I'll think of some kind of reason why. But no, I ain't going to hold it against him. But,
as far as Charlo, I ain't never thought that he was the best fighter and one of the best in boxing, but he was one of the most respected in my mind. Because, like I said, he was in a very competitive division, everybody fighting each other. But just like the way he lost to Tony Harrison the first time, he just got straight up outboxed. Then they had the rematch, and Harrison was on his ass again, but in a different way. He wasn't trying to outbox him. He was stepping to Charlo and backing him up, and it was a very competitive fight, and he got caught late. And when he fought against Brian Castano, there was just too many times in the fight where he was backed up against the ropes for no fucking reason in this man's real estate, letting him get off good work. Like in that first fight, a lot of people thought he lost the first fight. Like D'Lo had that shit scored for Castano. They ruled it a draw. And then he came back in the rematch and he beat him by stoppage and all that type of shit. But it's just too much that I've seen that I couldn't put him in the best fighter in boxing categories. So I think Rod X, my brother, was reaching with that one. Square business.
Speaking of Castano, I think that's the fight that we actually was like, I think I said it. We was kind of hard on Jamel. People was being hard on him. I was like, well, you got to give the dude that was fighting him some props too, cause the motherfucker can fight. He caught Charlo totally off guard. He fought back, but it was such a close fight that if he had a loss, I wouldn't have been surprised at it. I don't, it wasn't one of those kind of, cause to be honest, Castano did enough work up against the ropes, in my opinion, in that fight, to take the rounds, for it to not be a draw. Not only that, he was also the first on the draw when it came to going at it. He was the first to let go of his offense most of the time in that fight. It was almost like Jamal didn't prepare.
And look how little that man was. He was small as a motherfucker. Then on top of that, after the fight, Earl talking about, man, he need to start listening to coach. He ain't listening to the coach. And all that type of shit. It's just things that you see that make you question his IQ. Like if you in the ring with a small ass 5'7" Brian Castano, and that might even be stretching it. He might be 5'5", 5'6". He got short arms. Why are you laid up against the ropes for no reason? He didn't even force you to the ropes. You literally willingly retreated to the ropes on your own and let this man get off some of his best work. It just makes you question his IQ.
Well, that put another check against him. Well, you already said you think Boots are destroying. Only person left is Ortiz.
That's an ass whooping too. Fresh ass whoop. He wasn't beating people like Ortiz or Boots Ennis. Those ain't the type of guys he was fighting. Tony Harrison, a good fighter, man, a respectable fighter. I fuck with him. I done picked him on the Champ Ross a bunch of times. He actually lost me some money a long time ago when he had fought against Willie Nelson, and also when he had fought against Hurd. I was looking like a genius when he fought Hurd. I'm all at the poker game and shit, telling her, oh yeah, man, I got money on this fight. And he came out there lighting that motherfucker up, man. I'm talking about putting hands on Hurd. Then Hurd caught him with an uppercut, man. It was like round 9, I want to say. He caught him with that uppercut, hurt my guy, and got him out of there. And we was up big on the cards. That's how he was for a long time. When he lost to Willie Nelson, he was up big on the cards. Like he was one of them guys, even though he was getting stopped, he was always getting stopped while he was ahead on the cards. So I got big respect for him. You know what I'm saying? I got respect for Castano. I got respect for a lot of them guys that Charlo fought. But they ain't no Virgil Ortiz. They ain't no Boots Ennis. They ain't no Terrence Crawford. They ain't none of them type guys. This is a whole nother level. Shit, I would like to see Charlo fight somebody like Keith Thurman. That'll be a good fight for him. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a hell of a fight for Charlo. Also, the guy that lost to the Mexican not that long ago, then the Mexican, he ended up losing to Xander Zayas, the Olympian, Charles Conwell. I think that'll be a good little test for him. You know what I'm saying? He coming off a loss. He probably whooped the shit out of Charlo, but I think that'll be a more reasonable fight.
Brandon Adams at 160, huh?
Ooh, man, that's 154.
Oh, he 154?
Yeah, that's where he fighting Consarakis and all them motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Boachuk.
you know, his name up there. He has a lot of people for him to deal with. And Brandon, I guess Brandon would be the best chance at it. That'd be a good not warm up. That'd be a good test to see where he at.
He done
With
already beat
Brandon.
him in the past already. So you might not want to fight him, but I think that the Cannon done got a little better since then. He also done got more confidence and shit. He done got some good wins. He stopped Boachuk, came back and beat him in a rematch. He just a tough, grimy motherfucker, man. I think he'll beat this current version of Charlo.
Dang, I'm trying to help Charlo out. I ain't found an opponent yet. I ain't said a name yet that once we start breaking it down, we feel like he can beat him.
Jesus Ramos, I don't think he can whoop him. Boachuk, I don't know if he can whoop Boachuk. Maybe he could beat somebody like Brian, the one that went out there, Mendoza, Brian Mendoza. Maybe he could beat him. But I'm not too sure about that because Mendoza tough. He gonna body rock you. He gonna chin check you. He gonna check your temperature. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't even know if he could beat Mendoza. But instead of thinking about the top 5 in the division, I think he should be like on some top 15 type shit. And I think them dudes gonna give him that smoke. The top 15. They got good fighters in that division. I think 154 is the best and deepest division in boxing at this current moment.
Yeah, with the additions that moved up into 2.
All of that type shit, man. Olympians
Well,
and 4.5s and all this type shit that's hanging around now.
that boy OG Napoleon Armstrong in the build. He say, nah, Mayo don't get no payday. Let him go broke in 5 years. Damn.
What's up, bro? Salute to you.
He came in and threw him under the bus. La D said, I agree with Trey X. But this would be a second chance for Mayo. Imagine having an opportunity to fix all the shit you regret in your last fight. I think Mayo would maximize the opportunity.
In what way? You think he'll win? Because that's the only way you can maximize it. If he have a good showing, I mean, that would give him some respect, I suppose, but it wouldn't maximize it, though. He got to win to do that. And I'm assuming that you're talking about fighting against Crawford.
Right. I'm assuming that, too. Because that's who she's been talking about. She said, I got Bud unanimous decision. Maybe a KO, but not sure. Rod X say, I think Bud would be crazy to move down to 154.
Another thing about Crawford.
Did he say he wasn't going?
Oh, my bad.
No, you good.
No, I was going to say, we have yet to see him stop somebody with 10-ounce gloves, too. You know, Madrimov and all the motherfuckers, those were 10-ounce glove fights. I don't think the punches are quite connecting the same way that they did with them 8-ounce gloves. They're just what my eye sees. You know what I'm saying? So, go ahead.
I did see him wobble Canelo.
Yeah, he did. He hit him with a right hook that he didn't see coming in the last round. But I'm just talking about the impact on the punches. Like when I saw him at welterweight, yeah, the punches just look harder to me. They look like they were just connecting a little bit sharp, they were a little bit more piercing type of shots. Like he dropped Earl with a 2-1 combination. Lee left hand and came back with a jab from the southpaw stand. That's what he dropped the man with. That's not typically what you see motherfuckers get dropped with. You know what I'm saying? And those were with 8-ounce gloves. I ain't seen that type of impact with the 10-ounce gloves yet.
You couldn't bring up the fact of how he dropped Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't bring up that. You straight to Earl.
Well, that was his last fight at welterweight, though, right?
Yeah. But yeah, you highlight the fact that the man got dropped with a jab after he got caught with a straight.
Yeah, they 2-1. That's some unconventional shit.
I'm sitting here tripping right now because that is what dropped him. Because I'm like, damn. But you could have brought up when he had caught Sean Porter or something. You ain't have to, let Earl make it a little bit. That man done been beat out the ring. We ain't seen him. I ain't seen the man punch a bag
And
since that fight.
that type of shit is one of the main reasons I could never take Charlo over Crawford as long as I done had a brain about this situation now. Because I wasn't up to speed on Crawford the way I probably should have been, even though I actually did give him a lot of credit for his creativity in fights, like when he fought against Sean Porter. Like when he went to the body with the jab, he back upstairs with the jab. Sean Porter came with a jab. He countered with a right hook over the top of the jab, went to the body with the looping left hand on his ass. I had dropped a video about it in Discord. Just great creativity. Just like the Earl 2-1 combination and dropped him. Creativity. When he fought against Canelo, he hit him with the lead left hand. That's the 2. Then he came right back with the 4. You know what I'm saying? You don't hardly ever see that type of shit. When fighters can double and triple up with the same hand and just put together these unorthodox type of combinations. And that creativity, I don't think that Charlo can fuck with it. Because like for the longest, I was saying, man, Charlos, they look basic to me. They jab right hand type of guys for the most part. Heavy on the front foot and shit. Legs look locked out sometimes, especially early in their career. Just a totally different level. Totally different.
Well, all I can say is if you get a fight, get a fight. I'll see, if I get a chance, I'll watch it and see what you do. But right now, the names that you calling for, he trying to get it. I think he trying to get himself right. Like you said, he is the lineal. I guess he really. I don't know.
It might just be what Napoleon was talking about. He won't payday. He won't payday. It could be that too.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I didn't want to throw it on him like that, but that's a possibility.
I mean, I try to give him benefit of the doubt by saying he the lineal champion and all that type of shit, but he done been away for a while, man. Maybe the money drying up and he wants some more. That could be his ultimate motivation for coming back. How old is he? About 36?
I guess he's somewhere close with Earl now. He's somewhere in that realm.
Yeah, he in there somewhere, 35, 36.
I don't know. I'm not into too much of the mood of watching people that been gone so long making comebacks. Unless you really got the fire in you, I ain't really being sold on it. She said, remember, Mill has power at 154. Bud is smart. He'll be cautious.
He can't punch me. Yeah, we can't take that away from him. He can punch at 154 for sure.
I'm not taking anything from him. I'm just not giving him anything. And I'm trying to, but it's just hard. It's hard. I'm not gonna speak on 168. It's just, you've been gone so long. You just been gone for so long. It's hard to just remember you as coming in here dominating. You got some people that got names and lights on them, and I'm one that said that Boots, in the brighter the light, the better he'll fight. That's what I believe in him. But I don't know, how would they even turn the sights on that? Maybe that would be maybe Charlo could be a good thing for Boots. So Boots would quit calling Crawford at the moment and just start doing his own thing.
Yeah, he'll beat the hell out of Charlo. Boots would, man. I think Crawford will go out there and mentally overload him and outbox him and outclass him and just be real classy. And I think Boots will just beat the hell out of him because he is a beat your ass fighter. He's the guy that you can hit him because that's how beat your ass fighters are. They give you the opportunity to hit them because they trying to put so much offense on you. That was one thing that Mayweather had held against Sugar Ray Robinson. I heard his dad talking about it. He was talking about how great of a fighter he was. But he said, man, Sugar Ray take a bunch of punches. You know what I'm saying? Like he had one fight against one of them guys at middleweight. Might have been Gene Fullmer or somebody like that. Maybe Carmen Basilio. If I was to guess, I'd say Carmen Basilio. He hit Sugar Ray Robinson with 25 unanswered punches. 25 punches in a row he hit this motherfucker with against the ropes and shit. He was just that type of guy. He did not mind mixing it up and rumbling. And he was one of the greatest beat your ass fighters of all time. If you ain't seen Sugar Ray Robinson triple up with the left hook, come back with the right hand, come back with another left hook, he trying to beat your ass in there. That's how Ennis is. He remind me of Sugar Ray Robinson in that regard. I see the same thing in Abdullah Mason. Like, you can catch him too, because he coming to beat your ass. He's not coming to outclass you and win on the cards. He's coming to put serious damage on you. And that's how Boots is. And I think he will put that damage on Charlo if they was to fight.
Man. Wait. Oh, he's speaking about Keith's fight. Hyphen joined into the conversation. He said, I feel the fight delay negatively impacts Keith. He's very injury prone and training camps are extremely hard on him. Keith is furious about the postponement. Is he really upset? I haven't seen anything about it. I don't remember where I read it, probably Boxing News. I can't remember where I saw that. I just know that Fundora had hurt his hand. But is Keith talking like he hot?
You probably saw it in Discord and they were posting about that shit.
That's possibly where I read it at.
Yeah, I didn't see the video myself, but I saw it where they was talking about Keith was mad about the postponement, though.
She said somebody do a meme about Bud sneezing and dropping Spence. That's how easy it was. Dang, really? You know what? I'm not going to even read no more La stuff right now. She said he 35. I just said I wasn't going to read no more. Damn, now I really want to see Boots versus Mel. You didn't talked about Boots whooping Mel so good. She want that fight.
That'd be a good one, though. They both 5'10", so they both reasonably sized at the weight class and shit. You know what I'm saying? Boots, he go left hand and right handed. If he was just a straight up southpaw, I wouldn't be quite as excited about it. But the fact that he goes orthodox a lot too, where he can put a lot more damage and shots on the motherfucker, I think he'll beat the hell out that man. He ain't never fought nobody with that type of speed, that type of athleticism. He be looking like Superman in that motherfucker sometimes with some of the shit that he can do. You know what I'm saying? He is a very talented fighter. I don't think Charlo done ever been in the ring, period, with nobody with his type of talent.
No, not that fast. That fleet of foot.
He got everything. He just ain't got a Crawford type of corner, number one. Like Bozy, man, I respect it. I like what he doing with what's the dude from Cuba, man? The Bona 5'5", that was Keyshawn Daddy. What's his name?
Damn it, I can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Keyshawn Daddy, man. Y'all know what I'm talking about in the chat, man. I can't see the chat.
I can't think of his name right now.
Andy Cruz.
Cruz,
he's doing good shit with Andy Cruz. You know what I'm saying? He's making him more offensive minded and all that type of stuff. But when it comes to game plans, custom game plans from fight to fight, I think that Crawford got one of the best corners in the history of boxing. Like, and the reason I say that is because, like, we done seen it in action, but just to hear them explain it, that's a great thing when they can actually show their work and explain to you why this was the right thing to do. Like when they fought Benavidez, for example. We're going to double up with the jab, and that's going to open up the offense. He might try to parry or slip the first jab. Then he's going to put his hands up to block the second jab. Now we got him in a position where we can do what we want to do. We can double jab, get on the inside, real body shots on him if we want to. We can double jab, get on the inside, throw looping shots if we want to. Then we can turn and get up out of there, circle around the lead foot, get to the dorsal side. They ain't use those exact words, but that's basically what they were saying, though. They can actually explain this shit. And I know Bozy has been around the block a few times, you know what I'm saying? He got a lot of experience and all that type of stuff. But they got a real brain trust over there. They got 3 motherfuckers that's putting in data into the game plan, into the situation, and in real time. Not just the game plan. I'm talking about on the fly adjustments in the fight. I just don't think Bozy can compete with that. But I think his son is immensely talented. He one of the most talented motherfuckers I've seen. He kind of reminds me of Holman Williams when you read about him. Like when DeCane was saying that some guy said that Ennis is one of the best gym fighters that he ever seen. And Eddie Futch say when he used to watch Charlie Burley and when he used to watch Holman Williams, They were some of the best training motherfuckers that you ever see. You damn near want to spend money just to watch them shadow box. And Ennis is just one of them guys, man. He in the gym all the time. He love the shit. He appears to be living clean. He ain't drinking. He ain't in the club. He ain't trying to be a celebrity. He always in the gym, helping other fighters and training himself and all that type of shit. And I think he got that type of talent. He a bad motherfucker. Not saying he can't be beat because you can hit him. Like we saw Stan Jonas catching him with left hooks. He was eating them, but you can't hit him. But he gonna come and bring that fight to you, and he gonna try to beat your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that 100%.
Yeah.
100. I don't know, man. Male, I don't know, bro. You got some shark infested waters. That's the best I can say for you. You dive out there at your own peril. You know what I'm saying? You say you ready to start swimming again. Go on out there. Find you an opponent. It's not like it should be hard for you to find an opponent. You could actually throw a rock out there and hit somebody that's good.
Maybe even in the top 20, bro. Just top 20. Anybody will give him a good fight. Damn sure the top 15.
That boy OG Napoleon Armstrong. He sounded like he wanted to say Fundora faking. All the mysterious injuries he came up with during the Spence/Bud era. Keith did get hurt a lot, you know, and then he got married, started playing the flute, hairline started retreating. Or did the hairline start retreating before the flute?
I don't even remember, man.
It's like one day he had hair, and then the next day he was Steve Harvey.
Yeah, that motherfucker had long hair.
Oh, your mic acting up again. Or everybody said Andy Cruz after we had figured it out. Or maybe I hadn't rolled down there far enough, quick enough.
Mic check, you hear me?
For some reason, why is he putting him on
Mic check, you can hear me?
Yeah, it's still, you might want to, I don't know. No, it still sound like R2D2.
I'm gonna go out and come back in.
Okay. Mic check. I don't know what just happened, y'all. Well, we back now. Let me see where we at. We back. Doing this. It's something with Boots. He don't totally believe in himself. It's something him and Bozzy ain't mentioning, but I smell a rat. You think, like they said, we type Cruz before you see it at MZ. But I think Trey said it first. He said Andy Cruz. I said Cruz, slightly behind him. But I think he beat y'all to it. You probably beat me, but I think he beat y'all. Maybe y'all all did it at the same time. Like I said, y'all typing, and y'all be typing fast. I don't be catching everything, so sometimes we go around. Hopefully Trey X know I'm back, because when he kicked out, I kicked out for whatever reason. You think there's something going on? You think Boo's not fully confident in himself? Within himself? I wouldn't go that far. I would say I think he's pretty confident. I don't exactly know. What's up, bro? You see what happened? He just booted us.
Mic check. You can hear me?
Nice and clear.
Yeah, I went back and listened too, nigga. I sounded clear. That was your shit tripping over there.
Okay. Well, they didn't tell me. Somebody should have told me, but
No,
mine. It kicked me clean off.
Yeah, not your audio was tripping. I'm just saying the way that you was hearing me was on your end.
Okay.
Yeah.
I say Trey didn't even say Cruz MZ. I think he did say.
Yeah, I did. I couldn't see the chat, but I said Andy Cruz though.
Yeah, you did. I know. Lala saying that they beat us to it.
Now they might have.
I'm trying. I said that it's possibility that they did, or maybe it was about the same time because they was typing so fast. I didn't see the part when they was typing. I'm just not seeing that they had said it, but I figured that you had got the name first. I'm gonna just give it to you. The tie goes to the runner.
No, I think it was enough time. They could have beat me to it.
Okay.
I was tripping on it for a few seconds. They be fast with that shit.
Yeah. I'm just trying to put some spunk in it. So what you think about OG Napoleon Armstrong? I don't think that Boots is lacking confidence. I think he gets frustrated. I think they might need, his mentor as far as that goes. But I don't think he's not confident in his talents. I think he's fully confident in his talents and his skills and his athleticism. I think he a youngster. All that's running through him. He feel like he can do anything. So as far as that, I wouldn't say that. But his mentor, maybe, they might try to figure out a way, like I said, to not let him get frustrated in the fight, or at least show it. I've seen him get frustrated a few times, and that's something I'm like, don't let your enemy, your opponent, know that you're frustrated or you're going through something at the time of the battle.
I think a big part of the perception people have about him is because of the way he was being moved, especially early on. And it's the same game plan that they use with a lot of fighters. They tell everybody that this fight is avoided. This fighter, the boogeyman, everybody's scared of this fighter and all this all type of shit. And as a matter of fact, we want the dude that's at the top of the division. And that's what they did with Crawford and shit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like they would say all that, but they really moved him in a more sensible way. You know what I'm saying? They didn't just go straight to the top. They didn't go straight to championship fights like a Lomachenko, for example. They motherfucker fighting for titles in his second, third fight or some shit like that. They would talk that shit and say he's avoided, everybody's scared of him and all that type of shit. But when it came down to it, they brought him up very sensibly. And I think that probably left a sour taste in folks' mouth.
Okay. But yeah, no, I think he's quite confident in himself. He said Tank the same way. You can appear to be a beast, but be scary than a mother. Find a way out of all big fights. So you saying that there's some acting going on? That's how you feel? You feel that Tank and Boots got some acting going on? I'm not gonna even tie Boots into the Tank thing. I'm gonna let them stand on their own. But you saying that the dog really not there? There's just a lot of barking with a little bit of bite, and it seems to have been carrying him for a long way. I'm not saying that's what you're saying, but that's kind of what I'm getting out of what you're saying.
But I gotta give Boots some credit though. That Stan Jonas fight, that was a very good win for him. That was somebody that we wanted to see him fight. That's the same dude that beat Raza Butayev and all that shit.
Yeah, I was screaming Stan Jonas.
Yeah, that was a good win. He got a stoppage in that fight too. That was outstanding.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Boots will shine brighter as the lights get brighter. I think he's that kind of fighter. He'll continue to get some wins in, and maybe it's a possibility he's as really good as they're trying to display. He just whooping the guys that should have given him a problem so easy till it looks like that person wasn't all that either. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he is that good, and only time will tell when they actually get him in fights that people will deem is a good, strong, hard, great fight for him. Until then, it'll just be wonders and whispers.
Well, I think everybody will like him more when he start focusing on his own legacy instead of piggybacking off the last generation legacy. You know what I'm saying? Let Crawford do his thing, you do your thing. And you got a deep ass division right here. And most people are around the same size. That was one reason why I was advocating for him to go to the division. All them, well, I ain't gonna say all, but most of those guys are about 5'9", 5'10", 5'11" right now. Now you do got the outlier in Fundora, but for the most part, you don't have them type of fighters there right now. So he has a great opportunity to run through a division. And if he just run through this one division, I think he'll fuck around and be a Hall of Famer. Because the division is just so deep, man. You got so much talent in there. It's so many credible victories and people that can arguably beat you in the goddamn division. So if he clean out this division right here, become undisputed, that'll be a hell of a legacy for him, in my opinion.
That'd be cold as hell.
Yeah, it's a comfortable weight class too. It ain't like you got to kill yourself to make weight.
Yeah, I did see him saying that he felt a lot better. He just felt good at that weight division.
Yeah, so fight Virgil Ortiz and all them dudes and clean out the division, and you'll be a legend, in my opinion.
Boy, Philadelphia will really be going crazy. Gilly the Kid and Wallow will be acting stupid. Who else?
Yeah.
Will Smith might even get crunk. He might try to slap another comedian. Let me not say that. That's wrong. He said Tank the same way. I don't know what to say about him. I really don't. So the big thing that I was going to touch on is, so apparently everybody peeped out Layla Ali coming out with the receipts and everything like that. And some people was being kind of brutal on I forget the name of that, TikTok or whatever. No, not TikTok, Twitter. Yeah, that's the one. They kind of trying to drag old Claressa.
Yeah, me personally, I don't give a fuck about emotional intelligence when it comes to a fighter. Okay, Claressa the type of fighter that gets offended easily. That might be part of why she's so damn good. She knows how to channel that fire into the fight. And some people, I don't know, man. I look at fighters as fighters. I don't look at them as having to be like the most mature people and take the high road and all that kind of shit. So yeah, she might have been cool with Layla. She might have even seeked her out for some advice and all that type of shit. But once she say that she don't see nobody around that's worth coming back for that could give her a challenge, I'ma hold it against Claressa because that offended her. And she did whatever she did, even though, you know, some of the shit might be immature or whatever the case may be. But you know, she is kind of like in a funny position because like the person that she going back and forth with is not in her era. This is somebody from the last era. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a weird situation all around to me, but I'm not gonna hold it against her for being thin-skinned. Because that's really what it looked like. People are not liking the way she handling shit because she's not handling shit in a mature way. I don't give a damn. I think that's partly what makes her so good, that she can channel that shit into a game.
She ain't that old yet.
Layla about 47.
I thought you was. I'm thinking about Claressa. I'm like, yeah, I know she handled with Layla. When she said that nobody can challenge her, I was thinking I was thinking about that, and I was thinking about the ladies that you said that you wouldn't even pick her over it, Franchon Cruz,
Savannah Marshall,
Savannah Marshall.
Green. Nah.
And then she made a great point. She made a point in the video, and I'm not trying to take nothing from Layla or lean hard on Claressa's side, but I can see how Claressa, which I feel like you do, that she feels disrespected a lot when it comes to talking about boxing and what you can do in boxing, and not bringing her name up for what she's done. She's got that kind of chip on her shoulder. But when Layla said it wasn't no girl good enough to make her come back, or maybe she meant like good enough to make her look good on her level to come back, because all of the girls that we seeing fighting right now got amateur backgrounds and been to the Olympics and all that. Layla just does, she didn't have an amateur background. And for her to say that was like, you better than all these girls that's fighting at the time. And I don't believe that.
Hell no, she was fighting housewives and shit. Her career is closer to Jake Paul's than it is to Ali. And Carissa is closer to Ali than to Jake Paul. Because she got an Olympic gold medal just like Ali did. She out there winning championships, she getting accolades. She done progressed her sport. She done had all women cards. I think they got the first $1 million payday for women's boxing, all type of shit she done. Layla can't fuck with this woman. Not as far as legacy and not as far as skills in the ring. She going life and death with Jackie Frazier. And a lot of people thought that she lost the fight. Hell, I think she probably could have lost the damn fight. I remember watching the fight back in the day. Yeah, man, you can't go life and death with no Jackie Frazier and think that you're on the same level as the GOAT. And yeah, Carissa, she thin skinned. She got a big ego. That's one of the main things that's triggering a lot of shit. She got a huge ego. But how many of us have been the best in the world at something that we can even speak on her, like as far as how she should think about shit or how she should react to shit? How many of us have been the best in the world at something? We just some ordinary people. And we ain't fighters. Her brain is wired totally different than ours. So I don't hold it against her, man. I know she's most great people, they got big ass egos and shit. They gonna be thin skinned, some of them, but she's willing to get in the ring and fight it out. She just called out Shadasia Green the other day while she was on the treadmill. She is willing to fight all of these women. They got something. Yeah, and Layla, her era just don't match. Like, come on, your best win is who? Christy Martin? You in there looking like Christy Martin off in there looking like the little dude from Mike Tyson Punch Out in that motherfucker. She was so small.
Glass Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. That's your best win. That's some Jake Paul type shit. We get on Jake Paul like Jake Paul about to fight Tank Davis, a little old bitty dude. He might beat him. You never know. I mean, I guess Tank should be the favorite. Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of interesting in a way, just to see how the size is going to impact the fight. But to me, that sounds like some Jake Paul shit. You got this big ass woman against this little bitty woman. And then these other people that you fighting, you 24-0 with 21 knockouts. But come on, man, these are housewives, man. They ain't got the same pedigree as these women that's fighting today. I'm not taking Layla Ali over Carissa, Franchon Cruz, Savannah Marshall, or Shadasia Green. And there might be a few more of them out there. And on the cool, that first woman that Carissa fought at 175, that real awkward 40-year-old woman that was tall and looked manly, she might whoop Layla. If Layla stepped to that woman the way she stepped to Jackie Frazier, that woman might whoop Layla ass in her prime. I know she looked unorthodox and shit, but she was real strong. She can really punch. And I think she'll give Layla all kind of trouble.
What about old girl that Clarissa dropped? The one that played basketball.
That's what I'm talking about right now.
Oh, you talking? Okay. Damn. So, nah, lately, because she admitted herself she didn't have an amateur background. Maybe her choice of words could have been different. I ain't gonna say that Layla should have said. You know what? I'm not gonna say she should have said anything different. If she feel like that nobody could beat her in this era, or nobody made her feel like the competition would be there. Maybe she was speaking on herself. Maybe she was saying, I'm not good enough to go in there. So, I don't see nobody soft enough for me to go in there and look good against. So I'm going to just say, I don't see nobody out there that can make me want to come back and do something. You know what I mean?
And I'm not holding that against her either. I'm not holding that against her. She got the right to say what she want to say. She can feel how she want to feel. But I think Carissa got the right to be offended if she want to. She's the fucking best. So yeah, she can be offended, and she willing to get in the ring and fight anybody over the shit. Hell, she willing to fight some men and all that type of shit. Not saying it's smart. And this is coming from somebody that had already been dropped in sparring by a man, and she still say that she can whoop a man. This is just this woman just got an ego that's on 10, and she a little thin skinned. And it just is what it is. She wear a heart on her sleeve and all that type of shit. I saw some clips where her story done changed a little bit over time and all that kind of shit. I ain't expecting her to talk like the great Louis Farrakhan, the greatest orator that I ever heard in my life. She ain't no great debater or nothing like that where she gonna keep all the facts and everything straight. She's a fighter. And they asking her questions on the spot. It ain't like she got time to really prepare her answers and all that shit. This woman is a fighter, man. And that's all I'm judging her on. I do not hold it against her for handling situations not in the best way. I don't give a fuck.
Because she's a fighter. And look at how hyphy being messy. Clarissa got exposed for disrespecting the line on Muhammad's daughter. Clarissa needs to stop mentioning the GOAT. Boy, you know you retarded. Oh, I can't say that, huh? Clarissa is the GOAT. Plain and simple. Layla Ali, fact of the matter be, would she be, if her name wasn't Ali, would she be on the lips of everybody at this moment? That's just a quick throw out, rhetorical.
But and at the same time, if it wasn't for Clarissa, would we be talking about her? All the time that before Clarissa and her started doing they back and forth or whatever, however you look at it, we weren't even thinking about Layla. Now she's relevant again. She's able to get attention and social media bullshit and make videos and people interested in what she got to say. So it is what it is. And she ain't got to like Layla. Fuck Layla. I don't see why everybody got to like. She got to like Layla. Like, okay, she mentioned her, she talk about it, she don't like her, whatever the case may be. So what? I don't see why that's a big deal. I think the boxing community collectively loves Layla. A lot of the men think she's beautiful. She ain't never been that fine to me. I'll take Clarissa over Layla any day of the week. It ain't even close. I would leave Layla. I would kick her out the bed and invite Clarissa in. Fuck that shit, nigga. That's just the way I am.
You would kick her, would you politely walk her to the door? You gotta go.
Boot her motherfucking ass out the bed, especially when she was in her prime. I think she done got better looking over the years and shit. But nah, man, I ain't never had no crush on no motherfucking Layla Ali or none of that shit. But I know a lot of people in the boxing community, they love her. So it offends them when they see Clarissa go at her and all that type of shit. And she is from an older generation, like she from an older era, so she can't really fully represent herself if they was to fight. It ain't like she in her prime or anything like that, so she coming in at a deficit if they was to fight. And I think a lot of people just don't like that. It kind of give them the same feeling like Jake Paul want to fight Mike Tyson type shit or something. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I'm not holding nothing against nobody. I'm not holding Layla what she said, Clarissa what she said, the people the way they feel. I just think the shit don't really mean nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it's gonna end up boiling down to. I was tripping because it say part 1, and I'm like, oh, it's a part 2, so she gonna make another video.
Yeah, that's what she said, and she said she got something for Ann Wolf too.
What Ann Wolf do?
Because everybody keeps saying that she ducked Ann Wolf, so she said she got some receipts for her too.
Okay, now only receipt she could throw for Ann Wolf, I guess, is Ann Wolf turning down the fights.
That's what she said. I think she was saying that she offered Ann Wolf to fight, and Ann Wolf turned it down to some shit, and she got receipts.
That's the only thing I can say that she can bring to the table, because Ann Wolf a beast, and a lot of people do feel like Layla didn't fight her. But even bigger than that, I've always just, God's honest truth, I know Layla because her daddy. Big deal was a big deal, just like Jackie Frazier was a big deal. That to me, that was the hype of the fight. The two daughters of the two ex-champions of the world are getting ready to carry on the legacy fight. That's what I got out of it. I never really thought Layla as to be just whooping ass. Back then, I'm sorry, the girls looked like they was doing a lot of more flailing with their punches than punching with their punches.
My brother, I came up watching Layla, Christy Martin, Mia St. John. I don't remember watching Lucia Riker back in the day, even though I have seen her fight like on YouTube and stuff like that. But those are the main three that I remember coming up. They didn't make me interested in women's boxing. When I first seen Carissa fight Franchon Cruz in both their debuts, that was my first time I was captivated by a women's fight. I watched them and didn't even think that I knew they was women, but I didn't look at it like a women's fight. I just looked at it like any other fight. It was a good fight, competitive, 6-round fight. You could just see that both women were tough and they had skills and they had coordination. So they changed the game for me. Layla Ali wasn't good enough to do that. They were just like a sideshow or something back then. They was in the way. Yeah, we trying to get to the main event with the men. Y'all hurry up and get this shit on over with. How many minutes per round? 2 minutes? Okay, that's good. Y'all hurry up and get this shit on out the way, man, so we can get to the main event with the men. But with Carissa, I'm willing to fight. I'm willing to watch a whole card full of women. And they good fighters too. They've been to the Olympics. They've been to the AIBA World Championships, Pan American Games. Good fighters. They changed the game.
Good fighters across the pond too. The girls is whooping ass.
That's what I'm saying. Tell me that Carissa versus Savannah Marshall wasn't just great theater. It was a good fight, the build up. They going back and forth. You got the difference in cultures and shit, white against black and all kind of shit going on. That was great time. A great card.
Right. I'm gonna say this. You know, no disrespect to Layla, no disrespect to Carissa. It's something that just happened to boil over into something that's not gonna turn out to be anything. I know a lot of people got crunk when they was like, "Oh, it's a certain amount of money put out there for Layla to come back." But do y'all really want to see Layla come back? Do y'all want to see her on a little cooking podcast show? Do y'all really want to see her in her 40s plus? Come back in the ring, having fought in a decade, and y'all want this lady to come and fight against
the greatest women's fighters of all times, nigga.
Right now, y'all want to see that? Carissa, come on, man, y'all don't want to see that. It's just good theater. Layla got us some more fans, so they'll be watching her on her cooking show. Don't she got a cooking show she got, right? Whatever she got.
Yeah, whatever she got, bro.
You know, Clarissa done helped. Clarissa done popped her off. Let's just go on and be real. Cause Clarissa called her out and they started talking. This might be planned.
Yeah, that sounds like some Charleston White shit. Him and Lil Woody shit.
But for real, she did she made Layla hot again. Yeah. Different reason why she hot, but she made her hot again. And you know, I guess Layla looking at it and saying this is the right time to strike while the iron's hot. Let me go ahead and drop a video while people still remember me. Since the question is still being asked, could you beat Clarissa? Because that's all it's really turning out to. Clarissa know that she can't beat her. That's why she talking like she talking. Maybe Clarissa trying to make her say, you know what? I'm tired of all this. Yeah, I'm going to come fight. Now, I don't know why Clarissa want to beat up Layla. Maybe I do because Layla said that she didn't feel like nobody was good enough to make her want to come out. And maybe Clarissa is really upset about that. Thin-skinned or whatever. She feel like she the best fighter in the world. And of all people to say that nobody's good enough for her to fight happens to be connected to the greatest male fighter in history, in Muhammad Ali. There's a lot of undertones and things that you can look at when it comes to the situation of these two ladies going at it about boxing. And really it's Clarissa that's really she's offended. I'm gonna go on and say it. She feel like that, you know, that's just what it is. She done broke it down to everybody. She done told everybody. Now it's up to everybody to see whatever side they want to be on. You want to be on Layla's side or you want to be on Clarissa's side. But either way, it's the side of boxing. You know, look at the facts and the things of, you know, like Layla said, she wasn't an amateur. She didn't go to the Olympics because they wasn't doing that for the ladies back then. The like Trey said, it was pretty much a sideshow for the women that were really seriously serious about it, you know, the training and everything wasn't showing like it is today. The time that's put into fighting now and what ladies look back then, it's totally different. It looks like they were the amateurs and these girls are the pros. It's just crazy. You can't take away from what Clarissa done got. Like Lala said, you know. Wait, let me just go into it. Boxers get punched in the face for a living. You shouldn't expect them to be in a good mood all the time. That's from Rod X. Nobody's questioning her accomplishments. Trey, if you no, that's tanking. Let us say. Layla told Clarissa, "How you going to beat me with a style that I made up?" Clarissa and Layla does not fight the same at all.
No,
They two totally different styles. So I know Layla. I know she didn't say that. And Layla's, you know, I'm hearing her say that she could knock, you know, I'll knock her out. You know, she's saying that like, I'm like, really?
she really thinks she the female version of her pops. She got a lot of irrational confidence in my mind. I just don't see the foundation for why she got so much confidence. You went life and death with Jackie Frazier. Do you know what Clarissa would do to Jackie Frazier, man? She would embarrass this woman out here. Like, come on, man, this shit ain't even close. I ain't even talking about no accomplishments. I'm talking about what's going on in the ring and the competition and shit. Like, come on, man.
Hold up. She said, what's Clarissa's accomplishments got to do with Layla having the right to defend herself?
I think Layla started it, number one, with the shit she said. And I also said that I don't have a problem with nothing that they saying. She can feel how she want to feel. And I think Clarissa can feel how she want to feel. And Layla can feel how she want to feel about Carissa's response, or the other way around. They can say what they want to say.
I don't think Layla was really upset about what Clarissa said until the internet made it hot. And then, you know, people kept putting the camera in her face and kept asking about it. And at some point it came out, who you think will win? You or Layla? And of course, Clarissa gonna say her. And of course, Layla gonna say her. You know, she's Ali's daughter. You know, I feel you on that, Trey. You don't know what kind of confidence she got, but I'm saying she Ali's daughter. She know who she is. She just, the skills ain't the same as her dad's. But you can't tell her that because she her daddy's daughter. That's how she feels. She feel like that's just in her. From listening to the way she talks.
And I think a big part of this is that a lot of people love Layla Ali. They love her. Clarissa, they don't like her as much. Most people do not like Clarissa Shields. I see this shit on social media every single day. She is one of the most attacked people that I see, like on Facebook. The women in there, they mad about her and Papoose. The Remy Ma situation, she get all kind of smoke. The people that really don't know boxing that well, they always talk about she don't get that many knockouts and all that kind of shit, even though they are not considering the type of competition that she done had. Literally, her debut was against a future undisputed champion in Franchise Cruz. You ain't knocking out folks like that. You know what I'm saying? So she's not likable. So we got somebody that's likable, lovable in Layla going against somebody that's not likable. So that's gonna affect the perspective that people have on the situation. Me personally, I fuck with Clarissa tough, and I've been doing my little old. I had a cousin tell me that she might be related to us some kind of way. I can't remember what the fuck he was talking about, but I looked in my ancestry and I got a bunch of Shields in my ancestry on my mom's side. So
let me find out.
She might be a distant cousin or something of mine. Nigga, I fuck with Clarissa tough. Nigga, I ride with her till the wheels fall off. Nigga, fuck Layla. Now, Layla, she can say what she want to say. She can defend herself. She can do whatever she want to do. I don't give a damn. I'm riding with Clarissa.
That's my girl. But we all know that already. I almost missed this. Lala say, let's not act like Clarissa fought all killers either. And she couldn't stop them.
She didn't fight all killers, but she fought some tough women though. Look on her resume and look at all the women, how many knockouts they got combined. There's not gonna be a lot of them. She got women that done took a lot of losses and they've only been stopped one time. We call those war machines. And if you take a bunch of losses and you fight some decent fighters and you ain't never been stopped, we call those Iron Men. So either she fighting tough, like killer type fighters, like Savannah Marshall and Franchon Cruz and all that type of shit, or she fighting people that's extremely tough. And it's hard to knock them out either way. It takes special punches like a Savannah Marshall to knock them out. But yeah, I look at her resume and I see exactly why she don't have a lot of knockouts. A lot of fighters wouldn't be knocking them fighters out, and they haven't knocked them out. A motherfucker got 7-8 losses or something, they ain't never been stopped. Man, that's what we bet on all the time. That's what we go looking for. People like Von Alexander, for example. Money in the Bank, shorty, what you drink? Or like them Fox brothers, especially Michael Fox. Them type of motherfuckers, or the Mendoza. Brian Mendoza, the dude that knocked out Fundora. Those are those Iron Men type of fighters, and you know that they gonna go the distance. So how am I gonna get on Carissa because she ain't stopping Iron Men? Like, come on, man.
Hold on. I'm not putting up a fight tonight. She said nobody minds her ego or her thin skin. But stop talking about talking shit about Layla and attacking her legacy. We gonna keep attacking her legacy if she does.
Fuck. Her legacy is trash. Weak ass legacy. You can't even name your favorite Layla Ali fights. Let's take Christy Martin off the table. Now, what other fights we like from Layla? When did we watch Layla and like, oh, this is a great performance, outstanding performance? We wasn't feeling like that, man. Like, be for real. The only reason she getting this type of support is because people like her, love her, and she is the daughter of Muhammad Ali, and we definitely respect and love Ali. If it wasn't for that, she'd just be another fighter.
Oh, I'm seeing what's happening here. Okay, it's not really totally about boxing with Lala right now.
That's what I'm saying. People love this woman, bro. It ain't just about boxing. People love Layla Ali, and people really don't like Carissa. So that's going to affect the perspective of the way people look at this situation.
Yeah, because, I cut for both of them. I guess that's why it's more entertaining to me than anything else. The side that I'm taking is Carissa is the best fighter. She's the best girl fighter ever right now. She the GOAT. She the GOAT. She made it up. And she used the philosophy that Layla's dad used. If I don't call myself great, who will? You know what I'm saying? If I don't say I'm the greatest for all time, who's going to? Because let's not forget when he was hot, and I mean hot, they didn't like him. He was the Louisville Lip and all this kind of stuff. And they was begging for somebody to whoop this man because he talked too much. He believed in himself. He was brash. Now this girl, maybe she's not bright skinned like everybody want. And I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not really trying to make a point, pun intended. But you know how it is. Even with the blacks, if you're a little brighter than me, you think you're a little better than me. Stop that. I like Carissa. I love her as a fighter. I like her story, the things that she went through in order to get where she's gotten. You know what I'm saying? Let's not take any of that off the table. It's just, it is what it is. She has a story, a built legacy, not a handed over legacy from the king to the princess. It's not that legacy. And to me, that's really a lot of Layla's legacy. The fact that she is Muhammad Ali's daughter. That is the biggest thing that drives her legacy. That she is Ali's daughter. And she
whooped a bunch of housewives. That's what she did. She whooped a bunch of housewives.
The biggest name fight to me, you say Christy Martin, but for me, the biggest fight for them, for Layla Ali, that made the most noise was her fighting Jackie Frazier.
And that's because of the dads.
Because of what the dads had previously done.
Yeah.
You got the daughter of the GOAT, Muhammad Ali and Layla Ali, and you got Joe Frazier's daughter, the other champion, the man who beat Ali first, if I'm remembering correctly, the first guy to beat Ali and dropped him. And her dad, Joe Frazier. Yeah, they built that up like that. That's the biggest fight. And then I guess you would have to say Christy Martin.
And then you watch the fight with Jackie Frazier, and you're like, man, what the fuck is this? Imagine if you flipped that shit. What if Carissa had Layla's resume and Layla had Carissa's resume? Olympic gold medalist 2 times and motherfucking undisputed in all these weight classes and fighting women that we actually respect. Nigga, she'll really be talking crazy then. That's why I say, man, Layla closer to Jake Paul than me than she is to her father. And I think Carissa closer to her father because she actually got the accolades and the accomplishments to go with it. But once again, Layla, she can say what she want to say and think what she want to think. That's on her. And Carissa, she can respond how the fuck she want to respond. I don't think they make her a messed up person and make her look bad and all that type of shit. But the stuff that Layla be saying, like I think I heard you say, somebody said, how you gonna beat me with a style that I invented? Like, come on, man, what are you talking about, man? That's irrational confidence. You ain't came up with nothing this woman do. Y'all don't fight nowhere near alike. You try to fight like your dad. You want to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Do Carissa fight like that? No.
No, hell
She closer to a Mayweather type motherfucker than she is Ali as far as boxing style goes. You just talking, you just saying stuff. Oh, I teach her how to get knockouts. You'll teach her how to knock out housewives, right? If Carissa fought them housewives that she fought for an entire career, I guarantee she'll have more knockouts. She might not have as many. Maybe she wouldn't have 21 out of 24, but I guarantee she'll have more knockouts than she has now fighting them housewives.
Okay, she said, if Layla's down, I'm down. But if they don't fight, Clarissa thirsty ass can stop saying her name. Dang, Lala, you doing Rissa like that? No, Rissa, come on now. Let's go ahead and be honest. You know, like I know, if they fought, and I see where it's down there where she say Layla 59. Layla about 59. Enough said. I feel y'all. I had to throw that in there real quick. So come on,
59. I thought she was 47.
She said about 50. That's that's how you say it when you 47. Instead of saying she 47, you're gonna bump it on up to 50. That way, it ain't really a thing. She too old to be fighting anyway. It's just you know how they do.
I thought you said 59. That's why I said what I just said.
Oh shit, no, I said 50. Enough said.
Oh, I thought
Layla doesn't speak and have her time. If I did, well, I'm tripping if I said that. Layla doesn't spend half her time interview clout chasing someone with a big name. So there's that too. When you say big name, you have to, I'm going to be honest. Clarissa's name is big. Might not be to you, might not be to a lot of people. But at the same time, for it not to be big, you know it. Now, let's be truthful and honest. A lot of times, nobody was using the term GWOAT until that little chocolate girl started using it for herself. And next thing you know, it gets thrown on to Amanda Serrano. It gets thrown on to Katie Taylor. It gets thrown on to a bunch of names except her. They literally tried to take it away from her and say she's not that. But then turn around and use the phrase that she came up with on other people. That's crazy hate. Crazy disrespect. You don't have to like her, but I just literally told the truth of how practically everybody that says Clarissa is not this, Clarissa's not that, she got a big name. She has a big name. When you say GWOAT, I don't care if you don't want to acknowledge it. When you say that, you think about her. You know that's who made it up. She done went from being T-Rex to the GWOAT, and people had a problem with the T-Rex thing. I'm glad she turned into the GWOAT. But at the same time, truth be told, they tried to take this young lady's name, moniker, and give it away to other women.
She should be undisputed, and she should be undefeated in her entire career. She's 69-1 as an amateur, and that one loss she really won the fight against Savannah Marshall. I posted the shit on Discord. She beat Savannah Marshall easily, and they gave the fucking fight to Savannah Marshall. She should be undefeated throughout her whole career. She done earned everything that she got. She ain't got to clout chase nobody. She already got respect in the fight game. The real boxing fans, us hardcore fans, we've been watching her since the beginning. And she done went in there and done what she had to do the entire time. And she got the accolades to go with it. That is the greatest women's fighter of all times. The motherfucking GOAT.
Let me see. Napoleon says Claressa gonna bark till she can't bark no more. Yes, even after a man set her ass down in sparring, she just has a warrior spirit.
Exactly.
She was going too early.
Exactly.
And you would think that you remember how you would hear girl power, you know, girls doing this and girl doing that, right? Where is that for Claressa? She is literally an undisputed champion in how many divisions? 3?
Yeah.
She has been a gold medalist in the Olympics twice.
Don't forget about the AIBA World Championships and the Pan American Games and all that shit too.
She got all these things, accomplishments up under her belt. Came from a story. Y'all seen the movie. Ain't nobody came out and said it was a lie. Y'all seen where she came from to come to. And none of the girl power people are saying girl power for Claressa. This is one of the times that you would think y'all would take that up under y'all arm. Fuck what's going on with Layla Ali. Cause that's joketified. Like I said, you know, she gonna put her book out. You might not think that I'm being real, but I am being real. Nobody was talking about Layla till Claressa started talking about her. Now I know, Lala, you said that nobody really knew Claressa until Layla started talking about it, but that's just not true. Claressa had already started making noise and rocking, and then, you know, Layla, her and Layla started having their thing. Layla is who she is. You know, Muhammad Ali is going to, the love for him, I believe. The people love Muhammad Ali so much that love automatically overflow into his daughter. And the fact that she was a boxer back in the day and she got the knockouts. Yes, she got the knockouts. If you go and looking deep like you do the men and start looking at who she fought and what their record was and who they had beat, then you probably have a different look at it. But don't take away from Claressa for what she doing and how she doing it. And like I said, give her name back. You know what I'm saying? The greatest, the GOAT can't be Katie Taylor. It can't be Amanda Serrano. It can't be, what's that other babe name? It can't be none of them. For the simple reason they never mouthed the words until she did. I can't think of too many people that had mouthed the words until she did. Layla said it's not even clear that she's the greatest of this era. A lot of people feel it's Katie or Amanda. Well, if you go about boxing titles and everything like that, yeah, I know you can give Katie Taylor her just due, but Claressa is on a different level. 3 undisputed championships in 3 different weight classes.
I got Katie Taylor number 2. Layla Ali can't even be in the same discussion as a Katie Taylor. They ain't even in the same discussion, nigga. They ain't in the same sentence, nigga. Paragraph, book, archive, library, none of that shit, nigga. She can't fuck with Katie Taylor. I got a number 2, and I got Claressa number 1.
Well, I say, well, Claressa disagrees that Layla is a nobody because she keeps saying her name. Well, of course. That's a scout.
Name. Yeah, she got
it's
a name.
Scout.
Yeah, she got a name, but that don't mean that her name is really a representation of what she is or what she done in the ring. She Muhammad Ali's daughter. She was undefeated as a fighter. Most people look at her as a beautiful woman. They love who she is. She a good talker. She part of the boxing history. But she ain't like her pops. That's how she talks. She talked like she's the female version of her pops, and her legacy is on part of that, and it's not.
Here. People even saying light skin versus dark skin saga. See, that's the thing right there. Touched on that earlier. I ain't gonna even go back into it, but I feel you on that Napoleon.
And that's also part of it. And Carissa, she fed into that shit too. I can tell that she feel the heat that, you know, she dark skinned and all that, so people don't look at her as beautiful. That's why she always got to tell everybody, I think I'm fine. I think I look good and all that type of shit. And you know, the light skinned Layla Ali, everybody thinks she beautiful.
Right.
People don't like to admit it, but that's just part of our culture down there. Like
Yeah,
I could look back on Martin.
Ugly.
I could look at Martin, Gina. Everybody wanted Gina. Like the men wanted her and all that type of shit. She was accomplished and she was looked at like she was put on a pedestal on the show. Pam couldn't get a man. Pam was
the one though.
But Pam couldn't get a man.
I understand.
She was Beady Bees. She beat the bees. She got the nappy hair in the back and all that kind of shit. That's how they did Pam. We could go to the what's that Kid and Play movie? Where they was at the school.
Oh, House Party?
No, Class
No,
Act.
no. Class Act, yeah.
Class Act. So
when they smoked the dead dude.
You got Blade Brown and you got Duncan Penderhughes. Blade Brown, he is with Hillary Banks. I don't know the name of the actor, but he with Hillary. She light skinned. She in advanced classes. She's smart. She a respectable young lady and all that type of shit. So then they got Duncan Penderhughes. He with that dark skinned sister that was running around with that big bully motherfucker. But she from the hood, you know. He had to go visit her in the hood and all that shit, where all them niggas sitting out in the front, sitting on the couch and all that other type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But the light skinned girl, oh, she's so good and all of this, and then the dark skinned girl, oh, she from the bad side of town and all this type of shit. And the light skinned girl, she gonna be more desirable than the dark skinned girl. We done seen this shit time and time again, and a lot of people play into that shit. Like they be talking about like Ice Spice and all that. Man, Ice Spice look like Beavis to me. Just cause she fucking light skinned, that don't mean that I'm gonna think she look good.
You mean
she look like Beavis?
Butthead homeboy?
Yeah, she look like Beavis. If you really take a good look at her, she look like Beavis with a wig on in the face. Hell, I'm looking at what's really going on. They be talking about Rihanna. Even Kevin Samuels, he say Beyonce a 8, Kelly Rowland a 9, and Rihanna a 10. You ain't about to convince me that Rihanna look better than Kelly Rowland. You out your motherfucking mind. I don't give a damn. I don't like that forehead.
Who said that?
That's what Kevin Samuels used to say. That was his scale. Like he said that Beyonce a 8, Kelly Rowland a 9, Rihanna a 10. You got me fucked
Kelly
up.
hot.
Kelly is better looking than Rihanna. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's just the way I see it, and I'm taking Carissa over Layla.
Here.
I don't give a damn about her skin tone and all that kind of shit. Give me Clarissa Shields.
He said, I don't know why they say Shields is a better fighter than Ali. That's from Rod X. I don't know why ladies boxing first generation was weak and cringeworthy, because I came up around brutal women with serious hands, even versus men. My sister's one of them. Well, those weren't the ones that was trying to fight because, you know, they was trying to help the family, and the family wasn't trying to hear about nobody going to no gym trying to fight. You got to get to your job, help make some money, so some beans and some neck bones can come in the house.
My mama was one of them tough women too. She got cuts and shit all on her neck and different shit with women that had to pull out a knife and try to stab and shit. Cause my mom fight hard than a motherfucker. I ain't bullshit. She old now, of course. You know, she in the church and all that type of stuff now. But that woman was beautiful. I mean, well, she's a beautiful woman. That's my mom. But I mean, she was brutal. I saw her come home looking like Jason one day. She had so much blood on her that she had blood on the money in her pockets. And the woman that she fucked up, she had to get her head stapled and all kind of shit. Man, that woman there, she didn't even know that she was running up on one of the baddest women that she could have ran up on. She tried to catch my mom after work and shit, and got brutalized and damn near got killed, nigga. My mama had so much blood, she had blood on her money in her pockets, nigga. Straight killer.
Hold on, let me hear Lala real quick. Lala, I understand you said that my argument doesn't match that comment. I wasn't down in the comments saying that I know that Layla has a big name. I wasn't deflecting from that in any way, things like that. I understand why she made the video. The conversation was really more on why people tripping so hard about it. You know what I'm saying? I jokingly poked at it in a few spots, but on the point, you know, Layla, whatever she thinks, her legacy, how people look at her, she's cemented there. Now, you might not agree with me that she's not partially cemented there because of her dad, but in my opinion, truthfully, that is it. I feel like her and Jackie Frazier, if they dads weren't who they were, in my opinion, you wouldn't know their names. You wouldn't know their names. You might have known Layla from a picture or two in the magazine or something, but because her dad was who she decided to follow through with him, I can't just say that I can't say that she's the greatest fighter of all time. Not because, for the simple reason, there's another little girl named Claressa Shield that was born that happened to be freaking good. In no way was I trying to deflect from it or anything. I understand that she wanted to stop going off on her and stop attacking her. Maybe she can reach out to her. I'm sure Claressa will pick up the phone, let her know. Because maybe Claressa ain't, getting it. Like a lot of people say, she young. She not thinking on a level. Maybe she call and let her know, look, I ain't mean shit about nobody couldn't beat me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? If we all know that's what probably sparked it off, I'm sure Layla do too.
Yeah, she ain't that young. She like 30, ain't she?
Who, Claressa?
Yeah.
Well, now, yeah, she pushing up about there, but I'm old, so I be calling everybody. Everybody. If you're younger than me, you ain't thinking on that level like that.
Yeah.
Oh, here go. Hyphy pulled out something, said Claressa was. Let me go ahead and not skip. Lately inherited her greatness. Claressa built hers. That's from
exactly. Square business. Now, as armchair historians, and this is like a era in boxing that we was alive for, where would y'all rank Layla all time? Like as far as the greatest women fighters, where does she rank?
Because of her knockout record, you'd have to put her high. But it's not a lot to choose from now. So yeah, she got to be in the top 5.
Yeah, I ain't mad at top 5. I mean, I ain't saying that she is like a pioneer. So I'm gonna give her credit for being a pioneer and all that type of shit. But her actual boxing skills that I see in the ring and her actual accomplishments and shit, I definitely won't have a top 2 or top 3. Maybe I could see top 5, depending on how you feel about Lucille Riker. She do got a common opponent with Ann Wolf. Ann Wolf lost to the woman. Layla Ali beat the woman. I think she beat her by stoppage. So I guess maybe like number 4, number 5. But I think that's gonna be in trouble though, because you got some women right now that's putting together some hell of a legacies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was gonna speak on that because I was gonna throw in the fact that Layla, you would have to look at as being, she'll always be etched in the history book because, like you said, she was a pioneer of it. She's one of the earlier combatants of the sport for women that people start really paying attention to. So she's etched in there for sure. But her greatness, it'll hold as far as being one of the, best knockouts early starting off, but she was one of the pioneers. There's a whole pot brewing of generations that's yet to come that we seeing right now being built up, where these girls are head and shoulders above the ladies of yesteryear, from the lower weight classes to the high weight classes. All these young ladies are good. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, hell of an engines. What's little mama name we always be making fun of about
her body changed when she stopped so-called.
Oh, you talking about Alicia Baumgartner?
Yeah, her, Michaela Mayer.
Michaela May. I was just trying to think of her name. We got Beatrice Ferreira. She doing her thing. Even Daniel Dubois, little sister. Gabriella Fendora.
Carolina Dubois.
Yeah,
that's her. Caroline.
Sweet Caroline.
It's a bunch of women that you know that's gonna help fill up the history books. And I'm sorry,
Layla gonna drop.
Layla ain't gonna be a whisper.
It's gonna drop. Yep, it's gonna drop. She up there right now. But when no women start retiring and they start really going into the Hall of Fame and all that shit, Layla gonna drop. I think she gonna drop out the top 10. I think she is.
That's just, you know, that's just looking at it in one point of view.
Denisa Estrada and all that type of shit, man. We got some hell of a women fighters that has some good competition and they had some great accomplishments and shit. I wouldn't even put Layla above Denisa Estrada. I wouldn't. Get mad. I don't give a damn. I wouldn't. Denisa Estrada was a bad woman.
Napoleon, but Layla has the name regardless. And that's why Clarissa is clout chasing. I think when I said it, you know, that'd be a good scout. Layla, I'm sorry, cause she's still alive. She still, you know, let us know that I'm not in boxing shape, but I am in shape that if I go decide to get in the ring, I can be in boxing shape. These are her words. I might have said them a little bit different, but those are her words. You know, so if you making it seem like, oh, if I want to step in the ring, I can. And you got you got Clarissa standing on the other side saying, because of what you said is why I want you to step in the ring in the get-go. Don't tease the people or whatever, however you want to frame it or look at it. Clarissa is steady hurling rocks at Layla, throwing rocks at Layla. But you know how it is, one of those bad kids where you be like, oh, that kid just so bad. But can fight or like to fight, always fighting. It seemed like nothing deterred them from wanting to fight. That's Clarissa Shields at the moment because Layla said something that she feel like she can't accept. And because they both fighters, in her mind, she fair game. She is fair game to call out and talk noise to, especially since you letting the world know that you in shape and you can handle it. And you didn't make it no better when you did say, I'll knock her out. She can't go no rounds with me. You kind of stoking the fire smoothly, you know what I'm saying? You smoothly stoking the fire, but not in a way that people draw attention to it. Now, yeah, she made the video because she want Clarissa to stop clout chasing her name, or however you want to put it. It's a lot that can ride on that fight because of that name. It's a lot that can ride on that. You know, one thing, you don't want to go out there and lose with your daddy's name, that legacy. You don't want to tarnish that in any kind of way. And anything that Layla does that's going to be in the ring, you could believe some kind of way they going to fasten it to her daddy. So it's not to, you know, she lose, oh man, that don't look great for, you know, Ali's daughter, yada this, yada that. It's making so much good noise for Layla that people aren't even talking about Nico right now. And that's Ali's grandson.
Yeah, he
ain't pretty decent.
Nah, he ain't got shit.
Don't do him like that.
He ain't got no deep amateur background. He already been having some questionable performances and shit. Yeah, but another thing about Layla, she put a price on it, didn't she? Didn't she say something about 15, 20 million?
Yeah, she did put a price on it. You know, to me, I can say that's kind of stoking the fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. Yeah, she fanning the fire. I'm with you.
But at the same time, I can feel because, you know, when Clarissa is given an opportunity, and I can't say that she just pulls Layla out the air and starts dissing her. It's always somebody to ask the question. It's the right interviewer, whoever it is at the time. It's the right person that asked the question at the right time to get that nice big piece of juicy red meat for their video or their interview. Every time.
I can't, unless I'm wrong, somebody pull it up and show me where she just started going off about Layla out the blue. It's always asked. Unless I'm tripping. Am I tripping?
I can't say I'm an expert on it, bro. I ain't gonna even speak on it. I already said maybe Carissa just ain't the most mature. Maybe she don't handle things in the best way and all that old type of shit. So I don't know what the fuck she doing as far as that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just looking at them head to head as a matchup and legacy matchup. And I'm riding with Carissa all day long. I don't know how the hell she can clout chase, and she the greatest women's fighter of all times. Maybe some pop culture clout chasing, maybe. But when it comes to hardcore boxing fans, who the fuck didn't know about Carissa before Layla Ali, the little beef or whatever? We all knew about Carissa.
True. Let me read through these and catch them up real quick. Clarissa was furious when Angel Reese got the 2025 Sportswoman of the Year award. Always hate on another woman.
But she ain't deserved it.
First of all, she deserved to be Sportswoman of the Year. Name somebody and let's go ahead and be real before you make a argument for Angel Reese. You was one of the hardest people on Angel Reese. You was trashing her more than Katie Taylor. What's her name? The basketball girl,
Caitlin Clark.
Her. So let's not do that. No female sports figure that I could think of right now, even though the girls in basketball been doing her thing, Asia Wilson, you know, old boy from the football field, him and his running back, Jaquan Barkley and what's the other dude name?
Jalen Hurts.
Hurts and the bright skinned dude that you know, all them, you know, but they dudes, my bad. I don't the sport tennis is doing pretty good, but I can't think of the young lady's name right now who kicking butt. But I can think of right now in sports making moves. There's a boxer that in females that's whooping everybody, fighting the same amount of time as Layla, moving up and down, chasing what you could call greatness. I think people so mad at Clarissa because they literally at this moment don't have somebody they could point at to whoop her.
Yeah, I fuck with Angel Reese tough, but when I was thinking of if you was to ask me about a women's athlete of the year, she wouldn't have came to my mind though. That was a surprising win to me. You know, they be making fun of her talking about she be missing rebounds missing layups and shit and getting them rebounds because she be getting rebounds off her own misses. And I know you said that was like Moses Malone back in the day.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, she's scrappy. I like her, but
right now she ain't sportswoman of the year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she got something that all them other athletes don't got in my mind. Did you see her do that catwalk here recently? Where she was at that fashion show and she had on them, I don't even panties and bra down there in them high heels and shit. You seen that shit?
No. I haven't seen that, sir.
Are you just telling me that because you don't want your wife to hear it, or you being?
No, I literally have not seen it. I have not seen it.
He broke the internet, nigga. And look, the haters, they wanted to get in there and try to hate and try to say little shit. We like, no, we not trying to hear that shit right now. Y'all play the background and let us have this one. Because nigga, she went out there and she had them. You just got to see what I'm talking about, man. She did a little.
I feel.
Whew, boy.
I can't believe you asked me because I don't want my wife to hear. My wife know I like. What in the world? My wife know I ain't blind. She know that's how she called me with that little wink and that junk in the trunk. Yeah, I'm on my way to basketball practice. I done stop. What's your name is?
Yeah, she down there broke the internet with that shit.
No, but I ain't seen it though. Dang, that's crazy. My
Yeah.
back is starting to hurt.
I'm surprised you ain't seen this shit. That shit been everywhere. That
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that shit was tough, nigga.
It's been out for a long time.
No, it's been out about 3 days or something like that. Maybe 4 days. I don't know.
That's probably why, cause
You been locked in.
working. Heck yeah.
Yeah.
We coming around the corner. Today. I'm tripping. See how bad it is? Today was our last written test in class. We've been doing a lot of driving, but now we're getting ready to do the driving DPS part. Once we get past that, it's just going with the with the mentors and learning different routes. So we could do one. We got 2 driving tests: the DPS test and the stopping the go no go test. But we went and got our uniforms today. We went and got fitted for our uniforms today.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So, yeah, I've been locked in. We got out of school early today, so that's why I was able to mess around. But I'm looking at 10:56, and I got to be up at 4, so I'm getting ready to bounce up out of here. I know I didn't read everybody's stuff. I am sorry. Lala, we're going to have to pick this up at another time. You might even have to come on here and speak your own words nice and clear. But I'm not dissing Layla. I'm just saying that Clarissa the Gwoke, that is her name. If y'all don't want to call her that, just call her Champ. But don't call some other lady Gwoke, because they didn't make that up and they didn't earn it.
Yeah, no, and shit, if you say something about something, if you are dismissive of someone's error and you offend them, I don't think you can control how they respond to it. You piss this woman off. She don't have to stop saying shit. She can keep on attacking her. She pissed her off. And she's a fighter. So she ain't thinking like most people, like, okay, let me be the bigger person. Let me stop and just walk away and leave this alone. No, she don't look at it like that. So she ain't fuck Layla. Shit, she ain't got to stop saying these motherfucking things. She can say what she want to say. But I know you got to get up and shit, bro. I ain't about to. We'll be talking about this shit all night, especially with Lala D, because she ain't gonna get this shit up. So salute to everybody off in the chat and shit. What the fuck I was about to say? I was about to say, I've been losing like a motherfucking football. I just got to say that real quick. The last 3 weeks I've been losing. The fucking Buffalo Bills, they lost our money when they lost to the Patriots. The fucking the Detroit Lions, we had 9.5 points. They went on the road and lost to Kansas City and going for it on 4th down on their own side of the field and all this whole type of shit. Then they got in my head. And last week I made some picks and fucked some more money off on some dumb shit that I normally wouldn't even do. You know what I'm saying? Then we lost the George Little fight. That was a routine pick. We got 7-5 odds on that shit. That's supposed to be money in the bank shorty with the drink. You know what I'm saying? But he got to do it out of there in 10 rounds. So that was very disappointing. The only win I could think of that we got was Guido Vianello when he went to Canada and knocked out that Canadian southpaw. Salute to my boy Guido for getting me a victory and shit, man, because it's been ugly. I've been on a losing streak. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we can tighten things up this week, come back with something, get back on the winning side. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you letting me get on the panel. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one.
Man, salute. Take it easy. Yeah. He said, get the fuck out of my gym. No, you can't keep attacking people's legacy. That's immature. I feel you, Lala. And I'm sorry that I can't stay on longer. But I got to get up out of here. Peace. I'm out.